Hello, and welcome to the Financial Prophet. In this welcome video, I will guide you through the process of navigating the Financial Prophet platform. We will discuss where to start, how to utilize the resource section, and how to maximize the benefits of the multiple chat room channels. However, before we delve into all that, let me share a bit about myself, outline the basics of my investment philosophy, and explain what we actually strive to achieve here at the Financial Prophet. So let's just begin with this stage I like to call how it all started. So my name is Victor. I've been an active investor for over 23 years now. My top investments over the years include companies like Apple, Tesla, Amazon, Netflix, Palantir, Facebook, Google, Bitcoin, and many other very successful investments in my relatively long investment career. So let me take you back to where it all began, because it all started with me looking at the old Wall Street Journal pages when I was about 16 years old or so. What do these numbers mean, I thought? And how do I make money from this thing they call investing? Pondered often. Fortunately, my uncle was a successful commodities trader on the NYMEX in the 1980s and 90s. And I basically got him to teach me how to invest. I bought my first stock when I was around 20 years old, and I've been an active investor ever since. So let's discuss my investment approach, investment philosophy, just a little bit here. So at the core of my investment approach is that I identify the most promising sectors most likely to outperform the market in the coming quarters and years. I determine catalysts that should improve sentiment, generate more buy interest, and enable growth to flourish in various segments in future years. This dynamic enables the highest quality stocks in these top performing sectors to increase in value considerably. Therefore, in short, I identify and invest in industry-leading companies with significant growth prospects and substantial profitability growth potential, which are capable of propelling their stock prices significantly higher in the short, intermediate, and longer term. Moreover, I adjust positions around crucial peaks and troughs to optimize performance over the major averages. So I started the all-weather portfolio, the AWP, in 2019 with approximately $2.5 million in capital, and it has appreciated by nearly 2,000% since then. Now, the AWP has outperformed the S&P 500 and other major market averages consistently and very considerably throughout the years, with 2025 being no exception because we've posted about a 70% year-to-date gain despite the recent pullback and the recent volatility that we're seeing. So now that you know a little bit more about the Financial Prophet, let's discuss how to navigate our financial platform effectively and efficiently so that we can receive maximum value and benefit from the Financial Prophet. So first, there is our top performing time-tested all-weather portfolio. There is a reason why the Financial Prophet is rated as the #1 investment group for proven portfolio profits, and that is because that it is. The AWP is 100% transparent. Moreover, all trades and adjustments in the all-weather portfolio are announced in real time in our AWP chat room channel, which is here, by the way. Next, there are the daily market updates, daily profit reports. These can be observed in the main Financial Prophet room. Here, the daily profit reports provide critical insight into various markets from a technical, fundamental, and sentiment standpoint on a daily basis, which is very important if you want to keep your finger on the pulse of the markets at all times. Here, we also discuss critical news, earnings, stock ideas, Fed probabilities, and much more. So this room is very important. Next is the Ask the Prophet chat room. This room is especially interesting as we have numerous pressing questions here, many involving excellent stock and other investment ideas. So please feel free to be active in this chat room. Feel free to ask questions. Please feel free to ask me anything investment related here, and we can have a very interesting discussion, or a conversation about various stocks, investment topics, and anything of that nature in this room. So Ask the Prophet is a very, very popular, very important chat room channel. We also have the general discussion channel, which is primarily for group members to discuss various investment topics on their own, investment ideas, or whatever they choose to do so. But I rarely participate in this room, but I look into it sometimes, and I often see some very interesting discussions, very interesting ideas going on. So also a very, very interesting room in my view. So now that we've discussed the different channels and what they're for, let's focus our attention on the resource section, another crucial component of the financial profit, which is here. First, in our resource section, we have the welcome article, which actually covers a lot of the information we are going over in this video now, plus some other information. So I would encourage new users to at least skim through this article because it does have a lot of useful facts about the group here. Next is the link for our all-weather portfolio, of course, the AWP as we call it, which is in my view, by far the most important and the most crucial resource that the Financial Profit offers because of the pretty remarkable performance that the all-weather portfolio has been able to achieve on a very consistent basis. So very, very important to stay in link with the all-weather portfolio and to stay in tune with the trade and portfolio adjustments that are made via the AWP channel in real time. Next, we have our ETF portfolio, and I also offer these portfolios in SA's embedded form. Those that don't want to leave the SA platform, want to see everything on the SA platform, that's also possible. Next is the price targets list, which covers many stocks that we have in the AWP or may have on our watch list or may have owned in the past or we may be looking to own. So also a good resource here. Next is the latest quarterly review article. So the latest, quarter that we had, how we did, some mistakes that we may have made, some takeaways and things of that nature are typically in these articles. Following that is our latest CCD plan list, which is the covered call dividend strategies, followed by a hedging inverse ETF list for hedging purposes. And finally, we have our latest Zoom session recording. And this is also where we post future Zoom date links for future group Zoom sessions. One thing I want to point out here is please don't pay too much attention to the coverage tab. For now, this is pretty much a non-functioning resource as far as I'm concerned. All it does is illustrate some stocks I own or have owned recently and their earlier entry points. However, this is Seeking Alpha's tool, not mine, and I don't even have control over it, to be honest. So I can't close out a position. If you notice, some of the stocks on here are stocks that are no longer in the all-weather portfolio. Therefore, it is largely irrelevant, aside from illustrating that I have had some excellent stock picks in the past and recently. But we can see that also in the all-weather portfolio. So next, we have the Analysis tab, which shows all of my investing group articles and all the latest coverage and analyses, whether it's macro, whether it's CCD, or whatever having to do with our group, stocks that we cover, economics in general, etc. Next, we have the video section, which shows all of our videos, including the most recent material. Some people may find the video section more interesting, or it is just a good alternative to reading articles, in my view, but I like both. Okay, so that about covers the basics. Welcome to the Financial Profit. Please let me know if you ever have any other questions. All my best, and have an amazing day.